Hello, Steel City Surge fans. Kippy here, coach of the Steel City Surge, back for week 6 of PDL Orange Islands in season 4. And we're taking on Ducky this week. Ducky is bringing Kilowattrel, Zarude, Palafin, Keytran, Donphan, and Klefki. So pretty much the majority of what I expected. No Sableye, which I guess is good, but there is a Heatran there, so that's annoying. I do see the Klefki, so I'm going to go ahead and lead Sharp Boy. Sharp Boy... It does pretty good into Palafin leads. It does really good into the majority of his team. So, I like that. I'm going to lead with Garchomp. Best of luck to Ducky this week. I expected to see Klefki. But Klefki doesn't really like Garchomp. And I think leading with Garchomp is a really good play. Leads Palafin. Okay. So he's gonna get a 0 to hero off. If this is Choice Band, I think I can go straight for a Scale Shot. I like going for a Scale Shot because if he wants to go directly into Kilo, at +1 we would outspeed it. And the only thing that can really take that is Klefki. So we're gonna go for it. He does just hard swap. If he goes into Klefki, he goes into Donphan. Okay. Let's see how much he takes from this. Three hits. Okay. We get a decent chunk off. We do a little bit over a quarter with 3 hits. So that's roughly in line with a very bulky Donphan. Ice Spinner and Ice Shard are going to do a lot of damage. We're going to go right into Iron Boy. We do show the Scale Shot. We do show we're not loaded dice either. But I want to go directly into my Scizor. Expecting an Ice Spinner or an Ice Shard. And we can go for a knockoff right after. Let's go for an EQ right off the bat. Okay. That is a lot of damage. That actually might be Choice Band. So he did down to 82 on Scizor. He did 76 with EQ. That has to be Choice Band. Okay, so if that's Choice Band, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a Choice Band Adamant Donphan. Nothing I really have wants to take that. So I kind of just want to go for a Bullet Punch here. And do as much damage as possible, because, well, we might outspeed it, unless it's max speed. If you're Adamant, what's the max speed you can hit? You can outspeed me. So, we're going to go for a knockoff and hope we outspeed you. He hard swaps. Okay, so we have a way to deal with the Donphan. Potentially. We're going to knock off the Heatran, which is pretty good. Choppleberry. Okay. We do not get the Flame Body proc, which is really good. So on this guy, I think I want to go into Donphan potentially. This is Choice Band, Max Attack, Adamant, Earthquake. Heatran had a Choppleberry. Is probably Flame Body. This is offensive Heatran. Garchomp can take that decently well. It's probably gonna Willow. Goes for rocks. Okay. So that might be an issue. Scizor is gonna take a decent chunk from that. How much is Heatran taking from? Okay. If he goes into Kilo, what happens here? Hurricane doesn't quite KO me, so I can go for a scale shot after. But then Ice Shard probably knocks me out from Choice Band Max Attack Donphan. I think he's definitely gonna swap into, I feel like he definitely swaps. I'm gonna go for another scale shot though, and just get chip off. Yeah, he definitely swaps. What does he go into, the Kilo? Little Gremlin. Is that the Klefki? No, that's the Zarude, okay. So we outspeed the Zarude now. We get at least 3 hits, so we're doing a third to him. That's good. And we probably outspeed the Zarude now. So if this is SD Zarude, I mean, I don't think Zarude gets anything. I don't think Zarude gets anything that really threatens Garchomp, and we're at +1 speed. How much are we doing to Zarude? Not a lot. I don't like staying in on this guy. I mean, I'm max speed, so we're at -1 defense. We definitely live a Power Whip. We outspeed, so I think I'm gonna go for an EQ. Just get some damage off. We get a good amount of damage off. That was a crit. Goes for Trailblaze. Okay. So he outspeeds me now. But he's gonna take some damage from Rough Skin. Oh, he's got protective pads. Okay. And it shows protective pads. Interesting. Okay. So he's got +1. I mean, if he's Terra Fairy, Scizor kind of just deals with it with Bullet Punch. I think I want to keep Garchomp just because we can do something with it late game. My thing is, what do I want to go into on this? Because this is probably a knockoff. He's got +1 speed. I'm gonna go for another scale shot because I don't... Oh, he's gonna Terra Fairy, isn't he? Well, it forces the Terra Fairy, though. Yeah, Terra Fairy. Okay. So if he knocks out Garchomp here, that's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, he's gonna knock us out. And we can go in with Scizor. We should live this. Yeah, we live 1. We don't live 2. But we go for a Bullet Punch. We always go for a Bullet Punch. We're gonna get Chip onto the Heatran when it swaps in. Yeah. But we can get double Chip on this. That does extremely little. And we get hit with Flame Body. So that's rough. I do still have Greninja, though. And I don't know what he wants to do here, so I'm gonna sack off Scizor, I think, because I don't really know what Scizor does the rest of this game. It doesn't really threaten Zarude anymore. It's not a great switch into Donphan. Nothing is a great switch into Donphan. So I'm just gonna sack off Scizor. I'm gonna give him Scizor. And we're gonna take a little bit more damage onto the Heatran, just like 1%, but that might... It's better than swapping into that. And now with Heatran, and it's Lava Plume, not Magma Storm, so that's good to know. Okay, so Heatran. We go in with Annihilate. Drain Punch is doing 60%. It's roughly in that range, but that's also offensive Heatran. It's not defensive Heatran. I kind of just want to go into Greninja and Surf, because we're going to do massive damage to it. We outspeed it. Donphan won't want to swap into this. We go for a Surf. It's roughly at just over half, so Surf should definitely knock this thing out. We know it's not Assault Vest because it used rocks. Zarude doesn't even want to swap into this. Palafin might be the only swap in, and then we just go into Preem. He does swap. What does he swap into, though? Django. That's the Klefki. Okay, Klefki's probably not going to take this very well. It takes it decent. That's if it's max HP. That might be max HP. So on you, I hard swap into Punk Boy. But then with Punk Boy, because there's no Sableye, I can just Boom Burst. I can just Boom Burst, and Boom Burst will do massive damage. Goes for spikes. Okay. This is fine. Because with Punk Boy, we outspeed everything. We go for Boom Burst. Boom Burst onto Klefki is going to do at least 38%. So it's a 2-shot from here. And we outspeed everything. Oh, that did nothing. And he's Trick Room. Oh, no. That Donphan's gonna be a problem. Because that Boom Burst did very, very little. And that's even on careful max special defense Klefki. No, I'm Punk Rock. That's not Assault Vest. Why is that not doing... I'm so confused now. That should be doing a lot of damage. That didn't nearly do as much as I thought it would. I still go for a Boom Burst, though. Just for another layer of spikes, that's fine. We're gonna eliminate... we get rid of another turn of Trick Room, which is great. And I probably can switch Preem into Donphan. Although I really want Preem for Palafin. Although I can, I don't really think I can do that with Spikes and Stealth Rock up. I feel like he's gonna give me Klefki. I kind of want to just go into Ape and Rage Fist here. Go into Ape, Terra, and Rage Fist. Yeah. Custap Berry. That's interesting. I wonder what the Custap is for. So, Spikes, Trick Room, with Custap Berry. He might be T-Wave, if he is T-Wave. I definitely Terra Ghost here. And I kind of just want to get up a bulk up. Because I don't really think anything... I mean, Zarude might want to come in. But I want to get rid of my Fairy weakness right now. I'm gonna... I'm just gonna Terra Ghost and Drain Punch. I'm gonna get rid of this thing. He hard swaps? What does he hard swap into? The Dawn, so that's Donphan. Okay. I should have bulked up, probably. Because this isn't gonna do a lot. Yeah, it's gonna do like 20%. Maybe. It does a decent chunk. We know it's choice band. Choice band, max attack. We are Terra Ghost currently. Knockoff is definitely gonna knock us out. There's one more turn of Trick Room. And realistically, as long as I keep Preem alive, it can deal with the Palathin. Greninja can deal with everything else with Surf. Surf and Ice Beam. I'm okay with just going for a Rage Fist here. And if we somehow live an EQ, which I don't think we might live an EQ. We do live in EQ. Okay, so we might take out the Donphan. And we get the Trick Room off. Okay, good. And that was an unnecessary crit. So now Trick Room is over. We got rid of the Donphan. Outside of the Palathin, I mean, I'm okay with letting... Unless he goes for a Trailblaze here, which I think is likely. I think I go into Punk Boy on the Zarude. Because I think he goes for a Trailblaze. And we can Volt Switch out. I think he goes for a Trailblaze here. I'm going to save Annihilate for a free sack later. We're going to go into Toxtricity. So I know you have Terra Blast, Trailblaze. We're going to take a lot of damage from this, but we would outspeed unless you go for a Trailblaze. He does go for a Trailblaze. Does a decent chunk. But I think we might lose here, because I don't have priority anymore. Well, no, we outspeed... Unless he goes for another Trailblaze, we outspeed with Greninja. So, I'm feeling pretty good. This is Terra Fairy Zarude. So I'm okay with going for a Boom Burst again. Goes for Knockoff. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna take us out. That's okay. Now we go in with Greninja here. The only switch in is the Palathin to a Surf. So we go for a Surf here. We're in a decent position here. We're in a decent position. We outspeed him. Massive. We outspeed him. We take him down. So Zarude is gone. So the one problem I think is the Kilowattrel, because we outspeed the Kilo, but we don't knock it out with a Surf. We would need to go Ice Beam. So I think this is my swap into Ape. This is my swap into Ape. Sack it off. I can do that like one more time or two, maybe. Nah, I can't even do it one more time. I'm gonna go for a Dark Pulse, I think, because that's gonna knock out the Klefki. It's gonna flinch the Heatran. It's gonna do over half to the Kilo, and we could get a flinch if he wants to stay in. That's like my one thing right now is going for flinches, potentially. because I can't deal with this with Cream. And I need to do damage on everything. I'm gonna go for the Dark Force play. He's Scarf Kilo! That's gonna... Alright. Good grief. GG's to Ducky. I did not prep very well at all. GG's. Scarf Kilo did me in. Back to... I'm on 2 losses right now. 2 losses, -8 differential. That's not great. That is not great at all. GG's to Ducky. I'm not having a great span of weeks right now. I am throwing. I didn't bring any removal when I should have, and that cost me. Removal cost me that game. And not expecting Scarf Kilo. GG's to my opponent. See you guys for next week for week 7. We need to turn around for the last 2 weeks so we can guarantee playoffs. If we get our last 2 wins, we should be able to make playoffs with ease. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.